Jonathan Pinfield for Seconds Out here in Leeds with Matchroom Boxing's Eddie Hearn for the build-up to Martinez Warrington 2. Eddie, big night in Leeds, big main attraction. What's on the line for these guys on the night?
Well, I think kind of like the loser might be done. You know, certainly at that level. Josh Warrington with an unbelievable sort of 18-month turnaround now of a chance to make history and become a two-time world champion. Kiko Martinez, who has come back from the dead, literally in the Galahad fight, to win that fight by knockout, and he's walking around here full of confidence. You know, he really believes, and he's the one that chose Josh Warrington and chose to come to Leeds. He said that he did it before, he believes he won that fight 5 years ago, and he believes he'll win that fight by knockout now.
What were your thoughts at ringside for the fight versus Galahad?
Oh, I mean, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. You know, Galahad was winning that fight so comfortably, but Kiko never gave up and set up the big right hand, and then obviously the round after delivered another one.
So what opportunities await the winner of this one?
I think obviously you got Wood against Conlan a couple of weeks before. If that's for the super title, which I think it will be, big unification fight, and it opens up the fight, any other unification fight, you know, across the pond, and a big night in America.
And what does Josh want? Is Lara still on the table, or have we moved on?
You know, after that Headingley fight, he said to me, look, I'll fight Lara, or I want a big fight in America. And that's really one of the reasons he signed with us, was to deliver that big fight in America, Santa Cruz or wherever that might be. So, you know, we will see. This victory would certainly open the door to a big fight in America, and maybe even a defence against Mauricio Lara. You know, he's working with us. He boxes on March 5th on the Martinez Chocolatito card, and you know, he's a very dangerous fighter. And
the winner of Wood Conlan, as you've said, definitely in the mix.
Natural unification. You know, Belfast, City Ground, Ellen Road, anywhere you are.
Now, obviously, the Matchroom stables with DAZN at the moment. If we take this bill as an example, what are the advantages for you as a promoter and the boxers of being on DAZN over, let's say, Sky? What are the advantages and what are the disadvantages?
A lot more money to make the fights. You know, I mean, a good example, so many examples so far. You know, Lara against Warrington with Katie Taylor on the card and Conor Benn on the card, impossible under our own deal. Chisora Parker 2, for example, impossible to not do that on pay-per-view under our last deal. You saw that. Dillian Whyte against Wilding, we know that fell through, but another example of a fight that couldn't get made. Taylor against Serrano, this fight, Wood against Conlan, bringing Danny Jacobs over. You know, the pot is a lot bigger to make big fights. Sky, tremendous platform, great, you know, promotional vehicle, if you like, as well. We've also built a great promotional vehicle called Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. And DAZN are extremely powerful as well, but the main benefit for me for being with DAZN is to have the flexibility of a global deal that will enable us to be the biggest promoters in the world, have big rights fees to make fights off traditional pay-per-view, and also control our own production and give every event, every build-up, every narrative the look and feel that we want.
We've seen in other sports where there's been lots of money on the table from the broadcasters, but some people have said that the exposure isn't the same. Is that a concern at all?
We haven't seen that, actually. What we've seen is rights holders make those moves to those new broadcasters, because ultimately we all have a fiduciary duty to pay the talent as much as we can, especially fighters. So we have to, of course, it's not just a decision for money. This deal was partly money, but partly the global vision that DAZN have. You know, they're a complete unique platform. They're the future, in my opinion, of TV, sports TV via streaming, and it gives us the opportunity to do 10 events in America, 6 events in Mexico, 6 events in Italy, 6 events in Spain, Australia, Germany. Where else could I do that with any other broadcaster? So this was a no-brainer for us, and you know, we are 6 months in. You know, we were doing tremendously well, and you've seen the schedule for February and March, fantastic. Wait till you see April, May and June. It's red hot.
You've just said it's all about the talent there, of course. Plenty of talent in the heavyweight division, lots of shenanigans, everyone asking you at the moment, who have we got? We've got Fury, Whyte, AJ Usyk. So simple question, what's going on and who's going to fight who?
I don't know. I wish I knew the answer, but I think right now, you know, we've got the purse bid in 4 hours' time, so I believe that will happen with Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury. Then you've got AJ against Usyk. Anything's possible. There's been loads of discussions about this and that, and he fights him, he waits, he does that. But we're kind of getting to the stage now to sort of move it along, and I think it'll all come to a head in the next, you know, tonight and the week beyond.
And someone who's making real inroads and got a big appeal, global appeal, is apart from you, and me, Conor Benn. The plans for him?
Flying. I mean, a tremendous talent. Looking for a big fight. I love the Maurice Hooker fight. I think that's a really big fight for him. We'll see if that can get made, and looking to see his return in April.
You've touched on a few bouts over the last few minutes. 2022, the one bout that you really want to make, and the realistic opportunities of it being made.
I mean, one of them was, to be honest, made yesterday, which was Taylor Serrano. A fight that I wanted to make so badly. I think when we talk about fights to make, Haney against Kambosos, big fight to make. Canelo Alvarez against Triple G, the trilogy, is a fight that I love. I want to see AJ try and revenge the defeat to Alexander Usyk. I'd love to see AJ get his hands on Tyson Fury as well, see what happens there. Fury against Whyte is a fight that I'm really, really excited about. There's so many great fights to be made in so many different divisions. I want to see Joshua Buatsi get his shot at a world title. I want to see Callum Smith try and become a 2-division world champion. I want to see Lawrence Okoli clean out the cruiserweight division, which I know he can, and then move up to heavyweight. I want to see Filip Hrgovic finally get his shot at a final eliminator. I want to see Israel Madrimov come through and try and dominate the 154-pound division. So many to make, and we're committed to try and make all of them.
You said you're committed to making the deal. We've got Brook Hearn coming up. That's a deal you weren't able to get over the line. Why?
Because I think that when I was trying to do the deal, it was a very different fight. When I was trying to do the deal, it was for a world title. It was a fight that was just a blockbuster. Still, people want to watch the fight, I know, but
do you?
I will. I'm interested to know who wins. I mean, will I sit down and watch it? Probably not. But of course, you want to know what happens in the fight. It's intriguing now to a point where both guys are finished. You just don't know what's going to happen. But it's when I was trying to make the fight, there was so much more at stake. Now it's almost like it's like a shake of the hands to say, listen, let's just do it.
You're calling it a money grab?
Oh, cool. Yeah, but a lot of things are money. I've been involved in money grabs. It's not, but it is. It's just the two of them in the end going, look, let's not be silly. This is massive money for both of us. Let's make the fight made. But they're both 50% of the fighters they once were. But it's still going to be a 50-50 fight, because I look at Kel and he looks like he's training hard, and Khan don't look particularly sharp or great, but he's going to give it everything, and I'm sure it'll still be a big fight.
Finally, Eddie, we're just a couple of weeks away from Valentine's Day, so one question we're asking everyone today: if you could send a Valentine's card to someone in the boxing world, who would it be and why?
Blimey. Who would I send a Valentine's Day card to in boxing? I think it would be to... I'd be to Leonard Ellerby, my old mate Leonard. Say, come on Leonard, let's have a cup of tea and a little chat. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of people that need a lot of love in the boxing industry.
Well, there's going to be plenty of love in Leeds for Martinez Warrington too, and we can't wait.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.